How big is this gap? Would you say like 30 feet? Like a bridge would probably be super useful here? Or?
There's no gap.
Oh, never mind.
It's like the cavern opens up a bit. It's not a narrow tunnel.
Oh.
It's just kind of like a clearing in a forest kind of thing. And there is a doorway in the side of the tunnel.
There a profane chance though?
Profane chance.
I mean, if there's a time to show my shine, it's right now.
Shoot your shot. Show your shine.
I'm not going to waste my
Don't
shot.
throw that shot. Don't throw it.
You're not going to throw away your shot?
Perceivably, if you had one chance, one opportunity.
Yeah. To
seize everything you ever wanted.
I'm not going to let it slip.
Even though your knees are weak and your arms are heavy. I'm going to actually...
Sigmar spaghetti.
I was waiting for it. I'm going to again fist up, tell everybody to hold. Can we tell exactly where the chants are coming from directionally?
From the other side of that door. It's slightly open, so it seems like there's rooms on the other side.
All right, so everybody Scooby-Doo stick their head through the crack in the door and just peer in, see what's going on in there.
If you do, you can try that. If you want to take a sneak, you can make a 3-2 body stealth check.
Oh, there's no sneaking here.
Can't.
If you want to, if you don't want to risk it, you don't have to.
I mean,
I'll stick my head in.
I'll do it. Yeah.
So you only need 3s, but you need 2 of them.
I got 2. Yeah,
I literally got 2 of them.
I got 4 and 6.
All right, so you two can kind of peek your head in, and it is a awful sight. All right, so let me how to describe this. I'm looking at the wrong thing here. So you see what looks like some kind of temple. You can see a long room with like essentially pews and like an altar at the far end. There's some columns in here as well. And there's a door on either side of this room. And you see some people in there in like the trappings of Tzeentch. Pretty obvious. You guys, how many did you both get? Obviously got at least 2. Did anybody get additionals?
No.
Okay. So yeah, you see a bunch of figures in there. It's kind of dark, so you can't tell exactly how many there are.
Well, that's not Sigmar. I'll pull my head out and go, we've got some Tzeentch stuff.
Tzeentch!
Okay.
I kicked that door open.
Okay, so we're going to go right into combat.
Knew that was
all right, so let me find my stats here. So, I look at my initiative is 3. Who's got initiative around 3?
Who's initiative around 3?
I have initiative 3, yeah. So I know Imran is 6.
It's everyone, I think, but me.
So Imran is 6.
Yep.
What is Darek? You're at 5 or 4 initiative?
4.
What's Vel?
4.
And you're 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'll be at 3.
Do I get a surprise round for
Zon is 2.
busting in this place?
He should. Just with his zealot.
Let me see exactly how surprise works in this.
Harmony, thank you.
Bless you also. Where's surprise?
A little late to the party, Dan.
I'm trying to find something.
Also, you didn't use proper hygiene.
You're right, I
You didn't close your mouth.
Because I sneezed into the air.
Thanks whoever that was.
Ooh, subscribe to tier 1.
No,
does that
Mythin,
mean?
hey, thanks,
Oh,
bud.
subscriber,
Thanks,
sweet.
Ah,
Who's Mythin? That's somebody we know?
Yeah.
Or just
yeah, I love Mythin. He's one of my favorite people.
Yeah,
cool.
Mythin.
See, surprise, page 25. Where's page 25?
Hi.
I'm on page 30. That's not page 25.
Sometimes I forget that we're live.
Right?
Mythin went to drink tents with us.
Snowma Gang.
Yeah, Snowma Gang.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Here we go.
Oh, Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
Don't
Don't say his real name.
Sorry.
He said it in the chat.
Oh, did it? Okay.
That's why I said it. Kyle.
He said, hi, it's me. It's Kyle.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Kyle.
Don't say his real name. This is the internet.
Listen.
His social security number is
3.
69 Nice.
All right, so surprise. If you get the drop on someone or they get the drop on you, there's a special first round called surprise, like pretty much every game. During a surprise round, only the characters benefiting from surprise can act, and they can only make one move and one action. They can't spend metal to make more actions, but they can spend it for other abilities. Because the first time I read that, I was very confused. It says they can only make one move and one action. I was like, well, that's the normal rule. But then it specifies you can't spend metal to add an additional action.
Right.
You can use metal for other things.
Okay.
So I will let you guys all have a surprise around here because you passed your stealth checks. They didn't know you were there, and then you just busted in the door. So we'll go in. You busted in the door, but we'll go in normal initiative here because you don't have to say like, oh, you don't have to like move out of the way of the door and blah blah blah.
Sure.
It's not that.
So would
specific.
you say if I go first, then is anyone in our party in the zone?
Nobody's inside. So there. So at this point, there are 2 zones you know of because the other room has doors. So there might be more. So the hallway is zone A. The temple here is zone B. So you could target a spell just in zone B. It won't affect anybody in the party.
That's what I'm going to do then. I'm going to do Arcane Blast again.
Look at you learning.
Yeah. Can I use a metal to get 2 more dice?
Yes, because it's not giving you an additional
That's
action.
what I thought. But I just
These are on different pages. I got to flip back and forth.
All right. So
Sweet.
I need
Those
some
guys are
sixes,
easy.
baby. Ah. 1.
Wow.
Ah. And then I'm going to use my focus point to change that to a 6 as well. So I got 2 damage every creature in the room.
Wow. Okay. So what does this spell look like?
So it's like a destructive blast of arcane energy, and it's like it almost looks like a giant tidal wave, but it's not actually water.
So you splash this wave across the room of this magical not water, and you hear like the death screams of a ton of creatures.
Okay.
A bunch of dudes in there just like, ah! And then they get cut short from this blast. But you hear this like weird chittering laughter as well. Like, how much damage did you do?
2.
Watch them have like a bunch of like kids hostage that you just completely wiped out.
That was a wow.
You looking into the room,
Wet
you can
area
see a
punishment.
bunch of bodies. Do you want to use your move to go? Oh no, you can't. You have to use an action to go into B.
Right. I'm good. Mythin asked what system this is based off of.
Oh, this is Soulbound, the Age of Sigmar RPG. It's its own system.
Yeah.
It's D6 based. All right, so you took out. You guys can see into the room. A bunch of the bodies that were standing are no longer standing.
But there seemed to be joyous laughter afterwards, which just is unnerving.
Well, you are using magic, which is, what the Lords of Chaos are all about, you witch. So,
There are Stormcasts that do magic as well.
no, they're not real Stormcasts.
Wow, that's bold.
Wow.
It's a harsh statement.
So I was explaining to Danny a couple days ago when we were talking about like how this game plays, and that one thing I like about it a lot is that you don't start as like level 1 schlubs. Like you are all actually powerful individuals. Some of the enemies you face, the enemies that have different like levels, there's minions and warriors and champions and chosen are the different levels. This room, there are a bunch of minions that all had 1 toughness and no wounds. So you just wiped out a ton of them with that tidal wave.
Yeah,
We'll find out what they are in a minute, but as far as you can tell, there's just a bunch of half-naked bodies on the floor.
Okay,
and I
so we're
flipped
done.
my silver blue hair over my shoulder.
It was pretty impressive.
Yeah.
So next up is Darek.
Wait, there's people left?
There are some figures left, yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if this will take a perception. Well, the equivalent of a perception check of like, is one more powerful than another that I can strike?
If you look in, there are 2 figures left,
Okay.
and they are like kind of pulsating and pink skinned,
Interesting.
very strange looking.
I'll just pick one of them.
Okay.
What Rand? It doesn't matter. And I'll use my great bow.
All right. So also you can move to get like in the doorway to shoot through it.
Yeah, so I'll take my action to do that.
All right. My defense is average.
Okay. So, let's see. Sorry, I'm trying to remember. Okay, so 4d6, and that's about it.
That's not bad.
Yeah, and it's 1 plus S. So
Yeah, Darek is the one that is made for combat.
I forgot how many. What's the threshold for damage?
What's your skill at range?
I always forget. Skill.
Nope, down here.
Skill.
Right here. So you've got
Good.
All right, and my defense is average, so you are a higher tier, so you're gonna need 3s.
Okay, I did. All right, hold on. I gotta roll again because I moved one of the dice. That doesn't seem
Cheater.
Doesn't seem fair. Yeah.
I do like how the attack DN seems pretty complicated at first, but when you put it in the terms of
Yeah.
discovering, just like normal Warhammer rolls.
Yeah, as an old school Warhammer player, it makes perfect sense to me. Oh, I'm one higher than you, and I need 3s.
Yeah.
You're one higher than me, I need 5s. Perfect.
I actually super dig that.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
5. That's it. 1 5.
Oh, I thought you got 5 successes. I was like, whoa.
1 5.
All right, you got 1. So your arrow kind of glances this thing and goes through its arm, and it kind of just is like. As you got a good look at it when you're shooting it, you recognize it as a pink horror of Zinch, a demon.
Ooh. Okay.
Demons.
Yeah. So I want you to make just Darek, because you saw this. I want you to make a mind lore check. Make it 5-2.
So just 4.
Actually, if you call out that, do you call out that it's a pink horror that you
Yes.
saw? That everybody can make this check. Mind lore 5-2.
What's the 5-2 mean?
So you need 5. You need at least 2 5s to succeed.
I got 1.
I got none.
I made it.
Did
I got
not
a
make
5
it.
and a 6.
So Dara calls out that it's a pink horror, and Imran, when you kill these things, they split into blue horrors
Oh,
typically.
and is a blue horror worse than a pink horror?
They're smaller.
Okay.
And then you know that when you kill a blue horror, it splits into 2 brimstone
Oh,
horrors.
gee whiz. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Can we just stick it in a sack?
What? I mean, yeah, you don't have to kill them.
No, we do.
Yeah, no, that thing's dying. That thing's gonna die a death.
All right. So that was Darek. Up next is Vel.
Yeah, man. So what is my scariest looking target in here?
There are 2 pink horrors in here.
Sure.
One of them is a little more hurt than the other.
I'm gonna find the one that's not hurt. I'm gonna move so I'm in close range of it, and I'm going to tell it to face me.
So unfortunately, it's pretty far away. You're not gonna be able to make it there in one move. You'd have to use an action to run to get to it.
I just need to get within medium range to challenge it.
The challenge isn't. Oh, okay.
So you can. So if you want, the challenge is in an action, right?
The challenge is an action.
It is as an action, yes.
So how far is medium range? Is it described here
Adjacent.
somewhere?
Any zone adjacent to your
Range.
current zone.
Okay, so you can choose to either do your glare or move close to it.
Well, I definitely want the glare.
Okay.
So I'm gonna stare at it and tell it to fight me.
Okay.
Issue a heroic challenge.
So which one were you doing that to?
The less hurt one.
Okay, so I'm going to put a little star next to my initiative thing here, so maybe I'll remember that next time.
That would be good. Yes, that's kind of the point.
All right, now it's my turn with my pink horrors. So the one that you glare at is going to accept your challenge, and it goes, and it shoots some flame at you, magical flames, that it like summons it from his mouth and then just hurls it at you. It is range medium. Perfect. So let me see. I got 4d6 here. And it is, I'm average at this. What's your defense? Good?
Yes, good.
So I need 5s because that's 1 step higher. Ooh, I got 1. Do I have focus in this? No, I got 1,
1 damage?
which I think you just soak with your
I just
armor
soak
anyway.
my armor.
It has the magical trait. Does that mean it can't be transmutated by spells or other effects? Okay. It doesn't say ignores armor, so it didn't really do anything to you.
OMG barf.
The second one is going to cast a spell.
Magic fire at Charlie.
Ooh.
Like,
Like hacked a magical loogie of fire at me.
seriously.
Gross.
So this one you hurt. I'm going to try. It's going to cast a spell.
Zero chill.
Imran,
This thing has. What?
if you want to make a soul channeling check,
Yep.
Give me a second to figure out what you need here.
Okay.
Because it's going to cast a spell. What do I get for spells? What do I get for dice here? Spells mind channeling, right? So mind channeling. Okay. I'm learning how to read these monster stat blocks as we do this. So he succeeds. I got 1. So let's make it a 5-1 soul channeling check. I'm just kind of making this up to identify the spell.
Okay, and then can I use Unbind? Which it says you have learned to quickly unravel the winds of magic and can unbind spells before they take effect.
I
When a
forgot about
creature
that.
you can see within medium range casts a spell, you can spend a metal to attempt to unbind it. Make a mind channeling test versus the casting difficulty of the spell.
Okay, so that's kind of what I was just saying to identify, except that was I made it a soul. So you can do that. So you can spend your metal.
AJXX just subscribed.
Thanks, hey
Oh,
Jay.
hey Jay, thank you.
You're a beautiful person.
So you can do that. Yeah, you can try to. We would determine you're within medium range because in adjacent zone, you can try to unbind this spell, spending your metal before I cast it.
Do you want me to identify it?
No, well, if you unbind it, I'll let you also identify what it was doing.
Okay, so it says make a mind channeling test.
So it's 5-1 because it's the same as the difficulty of my spell, if I'm reading that correctly.
That's what I need. 5-1.
Yes.
Okay.
Shouldn't be a problem for you.
Fudge. But I'm going to spend a focus point, right?
To change one of those 4s to a 5?
To a 5.
All right, so you make it. So you just have to match what I did? That seems super good.
Oh, that's right. I already spent a metal. I can't do that.
You did?
What's up?
Yeah, that's right.
At
In
the
the first turn.
At the top of the round because I
Oh,
went
good
first.
call. Who said that?
Zed.
Zed?
Oh, did you
Zed's
use
a
it to change
baller.
one of your attack dice on the spell?
I used the metal to get 2 more.
Oh,
I doubled my channeling.
Zed's listening better than I am. That's awesome. Thank you,
I totally
Zed.
forgot about that.
Super helpful.
All right, so then can I identify it then? Spell?
I will let you use that roll to identify because that's what we were gonna do.
Okay.
So you can't unbind it, but so let's say you try to unbind it, but you just don't have the
Metal.
surge of you don't have the metal
have
to
the
do
metal.
so. But you didn't make it, so you realize that it casts Mystic Shield on itself
Okay.
to increase its defensive abilities.
All right.
Where are your focus points on here?
They're these little diamond doodads that are.
Okay.
All right, so that was your action. You can't really use your move at this point because you have to run to go into another zone, which I know seems kind of silly. That's the other side of the door,
Right.
but I'm going to go straight rules for this first time.
So
I'm
just
not
to
gonna fudge
clarify,
anything.
so this is one big room that's all one zone. We were just technically in a different
No,
zone.
the tunnel is one zone. The temple room is a separate
Gotcha.
zone,
Okay.
and that's why you have to spend an action to move into it.
So if something has, like, I have a thrown weapon that is short range. So I assume that means I can effectively throw it at anything within the zone that I am currently in. Okay.
So again, I know it seems kind of silly. You can't throw it through the doorway into the other room. Like I said, I'm just going to go straight up how the rules are written. We're going to go raw for this. Normally, I might fudge it a little bit to say, well, okay, it's right there. That's fine.
Yeah.
That leads us to Zan. My 2 Zinch horrors.
Can I count as being in the temple because I kicked the door in to initiate the combat?
That makes sense. You would have kicked the door in and like followed through.
Yeah.
I'll be nice and say yeah.
Okay. So I am going
Nice
to
guy.
scream
What does that look for?
scream at these pink gentlemen. Sigmar does not relent, and Sigmar does not forgive chaos its trespasses. And I will point at the one that was casting the spell, and I'll yell, Tala, get that one.
Oh.
Tala will move up and in and make an attack.
Moving up.
So Tala wouldn't have been in the room at the same
Okay.
time.
Yeah.
Like I'll let you have stepped into the room, but Tala would have been behind you, so she can make her action to run into the zone
Okay.
and then move up to them, but won't be able to attack this turn.
Sure. Yeah. So it'll get right up to the one that had casted that mystical ward.
Okay.
And then I will move into their zone. Right.
You started in their zone.
Oh, okay. So I will
So
cast.
you can. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll cast the Light of Sigmar again.
All right.
And
And that's all enemies.
it's all enemies.
Cool. Go for it.
Right? Yes. That's 5 dice. I'll use my training to get 2 successes, and I will spend a medal to have it ignore armor.
Sweet. How many did you say you got?
2.
And I take that much damage, right?
Yep, effectively.
All right. You hurt them, but you don't bring them down. They screech out and this Sigmar fire, hits them. And they're just like, "Argh!" They don't like it at all.
Feel the cleansing fire of Sigmar!
All right. It is time for back to the tops. Anybody that spent metal can get it back.
Nice.
And then it is Imrin's
Yes.
turn. I keep trying to call you Imri. I don't know why.
No.
Imrin.
Imrin.
More often than
Imri
not,
for short.
If you are not burning, you are not earning. So
Facts.
yeah.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to save my metal so that I can do some unbinding in the event that those things try to cast again.
There are 2 of them that can cast spells.
Yeah. So I am going to cast Arcane Bolt at one of them. I don't know.
The one that casts the spell on itself, the mystical shield, seems a little more hurt than the
Okay.
other one. So one's more hurt, but it has a spell. So it's up to you.
I'm going to do the one that didn't cast the spell.
Okay.
All right. So Arcane Bolt, it's 4/1. Yes. So I got 4. So it says target suffers 1 damage per success. So I got
you got
4
4?
successes. Yeah.
Okay.
So Arcane Bolt is just a bolt of arcane energy, and it's like an aqua type color. Pew,
Looks like seawater, probably.
pew, pew, pew.
All right.
Does it
So
look like Florida seawater? Like a greenish?
Yeah,
Or
it's
does
like,
it-
do I really want to swim in that?
Yeah.
So as your arcane bolt strikes this thing, you split its face right in 2.
Whoa.
But then it keeps splitting, and the 2 halves fall to the ground, and it quickly changes color from pink to kind of a purple. Then it's like this bright blue, and then it just opens its eyes again, and it like grows a second half like almost instantaneously, and they get up, but they're smaller, and there are 2 blue horrors standing there.
There's still one pink one, right?
There's 1 pink and now 2 blue.
Okay.
And the blue horrors have the same initiative, so that's helpful. They'll just go at the same time as the pink ones.
Okay.
Do they count as being challenged?
No,
Okay.
because the one that Vel challenged has died,
Right.
and it is
Technically, it says this
now.
doesn't end until combat.
Well, the target is dead because the blue horrors are new.
Is it though?
Are
It's
they
been
new?
banished. So we are
Still
on
technically
to
my
Dark.
target.
Okay.
Glad I wasted my action challenging it. That's about right.
We didn't know how tough these things were.
I'm still kind of at the doorway.
Yeah.
I don't really want to get too close to him.
Just want to shoot again?
Yeah, I'm just gonna shoot him again.
Pink or one of the blues?
Pink. All right.
It's the right call.
Then I will use a metal.
So my defense is now good because of my spell,
Okay.
and your range was good, right?
Yes.
So you need 4s now
Need
instead of
4s.
3s.
Okay. Oh.
2 in the 1, 1
I
in the
like how that spell works.
1 6 and 2 4. So I got 3.
One in the pink, 2 in the blue. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right, so that takes that one out as well. And as you sink an arrow into its mouth,
Yep.
it just kind of like pops. But then, like, as pieces of it land, they come together and form into 2 more blue horrors.
Gross.
Now you have 4 blue horrors to deal with. And they're all like jumping up and down, laughing at you, like,
Do they have legs? I don't know. I just
Yeah.
pictured them as like a blob for what are you like? With
It's like Slimers, like blue Slimers.
Yeah.
Kind of.
They've got like little tentacles that come off their head, and their body is mostly mouth. They got beady little eyes, and they have long. Pink horrors typically have 3 or 4 arms.
Oh,
Blue
okay.
horrors only have 2. But they got little stumpy legs.
Their body is mostly mouth. Same.
Alrighty, that was Dark. So we're gonna go to it is Vel's turn.
Yeah. So which one is closest to, or what ones are closest to me at this point?
There's 4 blue horrors now. That's
I'm
it.
just gonna cut a swath through a wall of blue flesh.
Nice.
All right, so you're gonna have to use your action to run into this other room to get to them. So you're not, unless you spend a point of metal to do an additional action, you won't be able to
Didn't
attack
he
this turn.
Move up and challenge those turns, so isn't he already halfway
Oh,
there?
because she said a challenge was an action,
Challenge was an action.
so you couldn't do
So
both.
I can do both. I'll spend a metal to do that.
Cool. So you can spend your action to run into the temple, then you can move to be close range, and then spend a metal to get an additional
I see.
action, and then you can attack.
So I have to spend 2.
What? No.
Oh. You just
I know
metal.
it sounds
you said
weird.
metal twice, so I wasn't sure. You said
I meant move. You use your move to get in the close range, and then you can spend 1 metal to then get an additional action.
All right, so I'm going to beat the one that looks least injured.
Okay.
And I'm going to use my Questar Warblade, of course.
My defense is average.
Your defense is average. And because y'all just went and straight up killed it when I challenged it, so now it's just good, so I need 3s.
We saw last time you rolled, you needed those 2s.
I'm going to use my 1 focus to change this 2 to a 3.
Sweet. And
I have 5 successes.
Wow, you just punked that one.
Yeah. 5 successes. So it does 1 damage plus my successes.
All right.
So is that a total of 6 damage I do?
Yeah, it's enough.
Okay. Well, I'm just trying to understand. It's 1 plus every success.
Correct.
Okay, it's not every success is 1 and then an additionally. So it's not like 12.
No.
Okay.
That'd be crazy awesome.
Yeah.
So it sounds like it's 6, which is enough to split this thing in half, and then each half turns into a little brimstone horde that's even smaller. They're like a couple feet tall, and they're basically like they look like they're just little fire demons that they have kind of little stubby arms, and they look like they're on fire, and they're like
You do that so well,
Right?
As that one dies, I yell to it, renewed with fervor of watching a vessel of Sigmar, crush one.
Yeah, that's pretty. Watching this avatar of Sigmar destroy a demon is always awesome. It is now the blue horror's turn, because that was Vel had a very successful turn there. So the blue horrors aren't stupid. They know they're all big threats. So first one is going to try to scratch Vel with its talons.
Talons.
Which is probably not going to do much here. It is piercing, which is pretty sweet. And okay, so my melee is poor. Your good defense.
Is there more than one?
No,
within close range of me. Is there more than one? So I have Bulwark.
Cool.
You are a Starlord Defender. You are able to hold off numerous enemies at once. If 2 or more enemies are within close range of you at the start of your turn, your defense increases by 1 step. This benefit lasts until the start of your next turn.
So that'll take effect on your. So they weren't within range of you at the start of your turn.
So that happens next turn.
Right.
Okay. So my defense is good.
Okay. So that's still 2 steps above my poor attack. So I need 6s. I got 1. So I'm going to do 2 damage to you, and it has piercing, which means I think it's just the type of damage it is. Piercing weapons have a sharp point. So that's not going to get past your armor.
Interesting.
I thought maybe like it ignored armor or something, but that's rend.
I would think so, but okay.
And
All right, so it stabs at you, but it doesn't get through your Sigmarite armor.
Blue, please.
The next one is going to pull some fire out of nowhere, and it's going to throw it at one of the other 3 of you, which is going to be Zahn, of course.
Did you include a target for Tala?
I didn't.
Okay.
So that'll be 4 of you, so I'm going to roll this D4 instead. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, Tala, 4.
Okay.
So 1 Imran, 2 Darik, 3 Zahn, 4 Tala. This is your D4 and it's weighted. I've rolled 4 4s. I'm going to throw
like that in my hands ever.
right. I'm going to throw some magical flame at you. My range attack is average. How is Tala's defense?
Tala's defense is probably on here.
Oh, and now it's not.
Poor. Range defense? Or just defense?
Just defense,
poor.
yeah.
Also
it is
poor.
yeah.
Oh, so I get to hit you on 2s because I'm 2 levels higher.
Stars above.
Nope, never mind. I'm 1 level higher, so 3s. I got 2, and this is just plus, so 2 damage to Tala with that.
Okay.
The next one's going to do the same thing at Imran.
There we go.
What's your defense? Poor. So I need 3s. Oof, that's 3.
So I'm going to unbind that spell.
This is not a spell.
God dang it.
So this is just
Is that a spell?
this is just a trait that they have. They can
Okay.
just summon magical fire and throw it, but it's not actually a spell to
But it's
unbind.
magical.
But it's not a spell.
Okay, so how many?
I had all 3 successes.
So minus
So 3
1
damage.
armor, right?
Yep. You have what, 1 armor?
Yeah.
You take 2 toughness damage.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
We're on to Zan. That was all 3 of them.
So I will call out to the one, point at the one that just hit. What's her nuts over here? Some might call her Imran.
It would be close to you, so.
And yell at Tala to bite that one. And he will bite and claw.
Cool. My defense is average.
Claw, bite, and claw.
So my melee is average. So I'm looking for 4s.
Yep.
And
By 10 claw.
they roll 3d6.
Oof.
1 success.
Wait. No, 2?
Yes.
All right, so I
And
take
the slashing and piercing.
no additional. That's just success damage.
1 plus successes.
Oh, nice. You do 3 damage. Okay, so that one is rather hurt, but not dead yet.
And then
Not dead yet.
I will call out for the hammer of Sigmar to slight these beasts from this plane.
Sounds intense.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one thing I'm about, 2 things, and that's Sigmar and killing Zinch things specifically. So, not stellar,
Not a great roll, but some.
2 successes, and I'll spend the metal to have it ignore armor.
And that affects all enemies in the zone.
All enemies in the zone.
Sweet. So you have that
Zone.
Sigmar fire reach out from everywhere. These zone things are sweet, are pretty awesome because
Yeah.
that pops both. Basically, your fires wash over the brimstone horrors, and after the wave of it goes by, they're just gone.
Okay, great.
How much damage was it? 3 or 2 and
2.
ignoring armor?
Mhm.
At this point, you notice that the attacks on these horrors haven't seemed to be stopped by armor. They don't have any armor points.
Oh,
So
okay.
I won't make you spend that metal.
These are Zinch, I'm going to spend it anyway.
Fair. So it was 2.
Yep.
I'm just gonna ask one more time. So they're all hurt, but none of them go down. Other than the 2 brimstones are gone, which is kind of nice. They're just kind of an annoyance, and they were gonna go next, so I don't have to worry about that. So top of the next round, unless you wanted to move or something,
No.
and we will. Everybody gets 1 metal point back up to their max. Yeah, the brimstones are pretty crappy. So it is Imran's turn. There are 3 blue horrors left. One
Okay.
looks worse for wear, but you know they're all going. Each of them are going to turn into 2 brimstones.
Okay. So I'm going to target one that seems to not be super injured.
Okay.
I'm going to use my metal to add 2 more channeling dice, and I'm going to cast Arcane Bolts.
Oh, you should definitely get it then.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 damage.
Wow, that would have killed it at full health. All right, yeah. So you got that one. So then
Yeah.
it turns into 2 brimstonies,
Okie dokie.
ready to claw and bite at your face. I almost said ball and clay at your face.
That's
aren't-
later.
Neither of those are words.
After the
That's Sigmar after dark.
It is Darek's turn. So now we have 2 blue horrors. One is hurt more than the other, and there are 2 brand new brimstone horrors. They're piddly little tiny things, probably the size of a cat each.
I'm gonna use my greatsword and go after the one that's kind of hurt.
Have you gone into the room yet?
Oh, that would be my action.
So you can do the same thing that Vel did last turn, where you can run. You spend your action to run into this zone.
Mm-hmm.
You can move to get close to whatever you want, and then you could spend a metal point to get an additional action to attack.
Sure.
So which one are you attacking with your great sword?
The one that's already hurt.
Okay, let's finish it off.
Take it out
Shing!
to make 2 more.
Bring it. I got
Bring it.
average defense.
Okay. And I've got average melee. So I'm rolling 5, right? Because I'm using a metal.
No, you don't add additional dice. This allows you to attack. So it's just your body plus weapon skill dice,
Yeah, that makes sense. Okay.
which is going to be enough.
Yeah. So, what do I have to get above?
You said average,
Yeah.
and mine is also average, so it's 4s.
Okay. So I got 3 successes.
Oh yeah, you slice this thing in half, no
And-
problem.
Plus and 2 plus S.
All right,
So
it had 1 left, so you definitely kill it, and it pop turns into 2 more brimstones.
okay. So 0 metal. Okay.
And we're on to Vel. There is one more blue horror and 4 brimstones now. Kind of all very near you.
Excellent. I will swing at the
blue.
Yeah, I'm gonna swing at the blue. I'm just debating what I want to do here. I'm gonna swing at the blue originally. So I'm gonna kick it in the face
With your sword?
Yeah, I'm gonna kick it in the face with my sword. I'm gonna kick my sword into its face. I need 3s because my attack is good.
Yeah, you're 1 step above me because I'm average.
Right, and then I have a focus, so I'm gonna change this 1 to a. Oh no, it only bumps it up by 1, right?
I'm pretty sure.
All right, so I'm not gonna worry about that. So 4 successes. So I do 5 damage.
All right, that would have killed it at full. So that no more blue horrors, but you have 6 brimstones to deal with.
Can I use a metal
Mm-hmm.
and attack one of the brimstones?
Sure.
I'm gonna use my metal. And
It's
attack
a
one of the
me. I'm
brimstones.
Ethel Man.
Brimstones have poor defense, so you're
Well-
hitting on 2s, I believe.
Here's the good thing. I can't read this die. Okay, so I'm gonna use my focus to turn one of these 1s into a 2. Because that would be insane for me not to, and I do 4 damage to it. No, I'm sorry, I do 5 damage to it.
So you swing your sword through this little fiery demon.
Yeah, I
and-
essentially like went up with the blue one, like a Hadouken style
Ooh.
slash, and then I came down. I was like and gave it one of them. Well, I like to call it the old razzle dazzle.
Nice.
Yeah.
So as your blade comes down in your second swing, the back end of your swing here through this brimstone, you don't even feel like it. It almost doesn't feel physical.
Mm-hmm.
You just swing through it, and it just dissipates around your sword.
I blew it out like a birthday candle.
Hell yeah.
Zahn, you're up.
Zahn is going to extinguish these things. So there's no blue horrors left, correct?
Correct. There are 5 brimstones skittering about.
Yeah, so I'm gonna yell something super awesome again, and
You can sense these things are very weak.
yeah.
They're barely tethered to this realm.
May the twin comets send you back from where you came. And I will get one success after turning this into a 5 with a focus.
Here's the good news. That's enough to wipe them all out.
Beautiful.
So again, as your Sigmar fire reaches, the light spreads out from your hammer as you hold it up above you like Thor summoning lightning. They all just kind of out like a candle.
Sweet.
And there doesn't seem to be anything left alive in this room.
I'm jazzed up. Like I don't stand still. I'm like moving. Like
You just
super
killed-
excited.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 14 demons of Tzeentch.
Yeah.
Total.
Nice.
Yeah.
Neat.
I feel like today's a good day.
Yeah, you cleanse this part of the temple. So you get a better look in this room now. You can see the altar there has it's interesting. You could have interacted with the environment here. There's like curtains and candles you could set on fire and stuff, but I kind of forgot to tell you about those things when we started.
Yeah.
So
Well,
you were doing just fine
someone may
without
have
it.
just kicked open the door and started screaming. So I could
It's entirely
certainly see
true.
It
why
was a
we
thing
may
that
have
happened.
missed that.
So this worship area there's chairs, benches, there are burning candles on stands. Like I said, there are like tapestries with like the symbol of Tzeentch, the eye of Tzeentch on them. They're purple with like a light pink symbol. And there are the other 2 doors.
Or at least I spend some time taking all of this stuff down and smashing the crap out of it.
Okay.
Very
Makes sense.
delightedly so.
Can I take 10 minutes to get my toughness stuff back?
Well, we can count this as taking a breather. Yeah. So if you don't need to take a breather, you can search around during this time. Presarium doesn't mind taking another breather. He didn't help out, but he's like tired from being scared and whatnot.
Yeah.
Seeing demons like that. As you look around too, you can see the bodies that Imran finished off before you guys even came in. You would recognize them what are called Kyric acolytes, which are they're like human thralls to Tzeentch. They're cultists that have dedicated their entire lives to serving the dark god in exchange for promise of power and knowledge. They come from all walks of life and can spend decades working their way into the very core of civilization before revealing their true colors. So these are basic, pretty typical cultists of Tzeentch. You caught them kind of in the middle of like a worship ceremony. They wear bird-like masks, sometimes skulls of large bird things, or possibly even griffhounds or demi-griffs. Sometimes if it's a big dude, they wear these skulls or masks if they can't get their own skull. They typically don't, they're typically topless. If they're male, if they're female, they wear just like a bodice kind of thing. And then they have like robes from the waist down. But yeah, you killed them all in that first surge of water energy.
Would you say that any of these mortals is the worst mortal in all of Brightspear?
Not the singular worst mortal, but they were worshippers of Tzeentch. They're pretty bad.
Okay.
So after does anybody want to open those doors before taking a breather is over, or do you want to wait for people to kind of catch their breath? And
I'll wait for people to.
Yeah, I'm spending the entire breather making sure all of this demonic paraphernalia is thoroughly.
This bric-a-brac?
Yeah.
Because you didn't take any damage that time, right?
I did not.
You got lucky that time.
Oh, like,
You're looking at this, it seems, first you read who's in there, and it's like, okay, this is going to be a slog. This is going to be difficult because there are 9 Kyric acolytes. And then you're like, oh, it hurts everybody in the zone. They have 1 toughness. They're just dead. Just take them out, no problem.
Yeah.
The horrors had 6. The pink horse had 6, and the blue had 5. And the brimstones were also just 1. They were super piddly. But yeah, the Kyric acolytes, they can be a little nasty because they all know Arcane Bolt. They know they have a tiny bit of magic power, so they could just all shoot you with Arcane Bolts. If you had failed that stealth check that Vel and Darek just succeeded, absolutely no problem. It could have been bad for you guys because like 9 guys shooting Arcane Bolts at you could have been kind of nasty, but you just had no problem.
Bolts were no match for my arcane.
How many
blasts.
birds were there though?
There were no actual birds.
Oh, so
not anymore.
we have actually more to worry about because if we haven't even got to the part where the birds are yet, we're in trouble.
All right, so your breather's over. You can continue on through the tunnels, or you can take a look in these other doors, other rooms.
Well, what does our guide say? Does he?
He's like, at this point, this kind of stuff's up to you. If you want to search those rooms, that I'm going to stay back here.
I don't want to look in the room.
Yeah, we should look in the rooms.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Wasting time.
You can go to the east or the west first.
East
Coast,
All right.
West Coast.
So you open up the door to the east, and you see like a dining room kind of thing. And there are big tables in here with benches. There are knives, pots, pans, food stuff all over the place. There's some boxes in the corner stamped with the company Sigmar's Hope on the outside.
Is Sigmar's Hope like a charity? Something that does outreach to the poor and stuff?
Yeah, would we be able to know what that is? We
Give
should
me
know
just
that
a second to take a look.
Why do you laugh?
I appreciate that.
I assume it's something pretty well known in this universe, or
Yeah, just they just reach out to little kids.
It's a
Sigmar
tenement.
for tots, if you will.
So since it's a tenement within the city of Brightspear, it's like it gets kind of like a poorhouse. It opened its doors to provide shelter to those who lost everything in the Necroquake, and all the benefactress asks is that the guests listen to her teachings. So it is like a Sigmarian, what do you call it? A poorhouse kind of thing.
Gotcha. That's me shaking in anger, just in case anyone can hear that.
Yeah. I thought that it might be Vel's armor. You know.
That's
Clink,
fair.
clank.
Clinkety clank clank.
What's in the boxes?
More food. That's like where they got their foodstuffs from. Some of it's gone a little rotten. Some things seem a little fresh.
That's messed up.
How dare they take the generosity of Sigmar and use it for such fiendish things? I'm so mad I can't think of words.
Or pick up a pencil.
No.
Calm down. Everything will be fine.
But yeah, there doesn't seem to be too much of note in here.
Okay. Is there like an additional check we can take to just make sure that there's really nothing of note?
Is there any kind of search here?
Can I intimidate the boxes?
Sure. It fails. I don't see like a search.
Nothing can shake the faith of a box marked with Sigmar's Hope.
Oh, that's weird. There's not like a search or like perception.
There's
Perhaps natural
intuition.
awareness.
Maybe intuition.
I've heard it would lead you in the right direction.
Awareness, maybe? I don't know.
Oh, awareness. That makes sense. Yeah, if you want to, you can try an awareness check.
And what is that
With what?
body, mind, or soul?
That'd probably be mind.
I like it when you
I
say
have
that, 'cause
natural
I have
awareness. What does that mean?
Where is it? Is that one of your talents or something?
It's just written off to the side here, and it says natural awareness.
So sometimes characters may be in opposition without
Oh.
realizing it. So it looks like it's like a passive.
So yeah, natural awareness is like passive perceptive in 5e, where like I can compare that to like if I have a value set aside that like, oh, if they have a natural awareness of at least 3, they will notice this kind of thing.
Oh, I have a 1. Do I notice any of these boxes?
No.
I
Me
got
too.
2 4s and a 6.
Were you testing awareness there,
Yeah.
Zahn?
I 1 success.
Okay.
What did I need?
I don't think I actually gave a number
Mind
for it.
awareness.
We'll say like a 3-1.
I failed.
I got 3.
Dark, you do anything?
Nah.
You don't really care.
Nah.
That's fair. But yeah, you don't really notice anything else. The Sigmar's Hope thing kind of stands out to you that you're like, why would they have boxes from this particular place? You probably haven't heard of it, but Prismarium could tell you what that place was. He wouldn't know what Sigmar's Hope is. So you might think, well, that's kind of odd.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it. Not one bit.
I mean, it's probably like, so it's probably nothing super great to worry about because obviously anything with Sigmar would never be able to be infiltrated by the threat of Tzeentch. So they've obviously just been posing as children and getting the generosity that overfloweth from us.
Nice.
Sure. Yes, I will. I will agree. I will agree. Nobody can dupe Sigmar.
No.
That's
No.
for sure. No. Forging on.
There is the door to the west from the temple, or you can continue back to the tunnels.
West.
Oof. No, it's not true. East is beast. West is the rest.
I love those.
All right, so this is a rest area. So there are sheets, heavy blankets, and other bedding material. A bunch of beds kind of strewn about. It looks pretty filthy in here.
Why are cultists always so dirty?
It comes with the territory.
They just don't care. But there doesn't seem to be anything of note in this area.
It's like one of the appeals of joining a cult. Like if you join us, you don't have to shower.
Yeah.
Like those 15 minutes a day.
In fact, you
get those
can't.
back.
You're not
Yeah.
allowed.
You get that time back for you.
If you guys want to search around, you can make another 5-1 awareness, mind awareness check.
Nope.
2.
1.
Take it to the Sigmar. No.
Taking it to
So looking around here, you find underneath a pillow a vial of aqua gyranus.
Hell yeah.
What's that again?
How much is in a vial?
A vial is 10 drops.
Okay.
Oh, that's right.
Because I think you have some already
I do. have
starting,
some.
but you find a little one full vial.
Well, that's fun.
All right, at this point, the rear guard, Darek, you need to make a 4-3 body stealth test to cover your guys' tracks.
Well, probably pretty easy.
Get out the broom.
This is your best skill, pretty much, I
It's
think.
just my head.
You just bend over and swipe it with the branches coming off your head.
What was it again? 5?
4-3.
Yeah, I got it.
All right, so you, as they're searching around, and you're like, I don't care about this stuff. You're like arranging things, and you kind of make it look like a disagreement between the people here. So like they fought themselves and killed each other, not your, because like you can easily remove the arrows. You can like bloody their blades that they have on them and stuff like that, and any magical stuff. They all that they do magic, so
Just
nothing
imagine
too
this
bad.
tree walking around this battlefield, picking up their knife, stabbing them with it, and then putting it in their hand.
go
Like,
Pretty much, yeah.
With no expression. whatsoever.
Yeah, you're just doing this in like total silence, and everybody else is like you're ripping tapestries off the walls on is and smashing stuff, whereas Imran's looking under pillows at the same
I
time.
feel like I gotta clean up after all of you.
Just walking around, making sure there's like no forensics hairs or anything, just wrapping up bodies.
Yep.
Do I have a luminol to just sprinkle it around? Just make sure everything's good.
Once you guys are ready to go on, I will roll Presarium's navigator check here.
Yeah, let's go Presaria.
It's forging on.
Forging on.
Forging on.
All right, he's rolling well. Oh, not quite,
Whoa.
actually.
Whoa.
I got 2 successes.
Ooh.
So, as you guys go along for a while, you get to an intersection and Presarium stops and he looks both ways and he just goes, I don't know where we are. Crap.
Look at your sexy little otter and
You
tell us.
had
I lost the
literally had
way.
one job.
When did it become sexy?
It's the thing from our show.
Oh,
C-Lab
C-Lab.
2021.
Yep.
Sexy little otter.
Oh, quick, here's a picture of a fire hunter. I couldn't remember if they were in this or not.
Oh,
Oh, very
Oh.
cool.
That was the
That's cool
first thing
looking.
you thought.
Yeah.
it's less creepy than I thought it would be.
That thing's huge, though.
yeah.
Big old fire spiders. So he's lost the way. So we got to figure out what happens there.
No, I am the way.
I got to find where is it?
I love that meme.
Sigmar is the
Fuck
way.
you, I am the way.
Okay. So here we go. Point guard. Make a 4-3 mind awareness check.
Oh, it's me.
Not many yards.
If you wanted to change
mind
who the
awareness check.
Yes.
Continue what
I'll-
you were about to say.
Yeah, I'll take over point guard.
I was gonna say because you were talking before, like after the first couple ones, you're like, wait a minute, I'm not very good at this because they're always mind awareness checks. If you wanted to change who the point guard was before you left the temple, I would be okay with
Yeah,
that.
we should probably do that because
that over.
I couldn't even pass that.
Yeah.
All right, so Imran, you can take a 4-3 mind awareness check.
I got 4.
4 successes?
Yes.
All right, so Prismarium says you guys are lost, and you kind of look around, you think about where you've been, and you can kind of figure out navigationally what's happening here.
I'm going to look at where did we come from? Where do we go?
And you're like, well,
Where did we come from, Sigmar Joe?
you agree with him that you guys are well and truly lost.
Fuck.
Well,
This
that's
is
not very
not
helpful.
good.
Wait, sorry.
So now I gotta find the strange sights table. Hold on a second. Ah!
Yo, I killed that test and we're still lost. Rude.
That was to determine that yes, we are lost. Where's my other? I got too many papers. Where are my strange sights at?
It's almost as if you have some form of a PDF to keep it all together.
There we go. I didn't remember where it was on there. So we got Badoop and get up. All right. So you find yourselves at an inverted tunnel. The floor of this area is U-shaped as if it were a curved ceiling instead of the floor. Conversely, the ceiling is flat and consists of paving stones. And it seems that it would be an ideal walkway. The party might be cautious in proceeding, but there are no other effects or traps waiting for them.
Sigmar.
That's it.
I just wanted to cover up the sound.
Blast this Zinch tainted treachery.
All right.
So it's an inverted bridge?
Inverted passageway. So
Oh,
instead of the roof being, if you look above you, it's flat, but where you're standing is like U-shaped.
Like a dome.
So it's kind of awkward. Rear guard.
So we still don't need a bridge is what you're saying.
You
The
don't need a
bridge would make this flat for us to walk past.
Rear guard, make a 4-2 soul intuition test.
That's you.
You got this.
So it's just one. That's all I got.
You got 1 die.
That's it. Yeah.
Oh, so I don't think you can pass this.
Yeah.
I had 3.
So you guys are wandering for quite a while.
Oh no.
Great.
Okay.
So you're wandering as you're trying to figure stuff out. Prismarium was he's like, oh, let me see if this way is going to work. And he's going to make another navigation check
I
here.
have heard that when you're lost, the best thing to do is just wander around aimlessly.
At this point, he's like, maybe things will change to something I recognize. And
Many were lost before the light of Sigmar guided their path.
Can you guide our path?
so,
No!
so he, let me make sure to do the right thing there. This part gets pretty complicated because the little sections like lost the way. You got to do this, this, and this, and then I make the navigation check. Depending on if I pass or fail, or whoever's the navigator, then it could take you to this or that or this. And finding them in the layout isn't terrible. If it was a book, it'd be easier. It's just because it's PDF, I have to scroll back and forth. If I had a book, I would have like tabbed it where the different things are. So as you're moving along.
But, yeah.
Ooh, this is cool.
I don't like when DMs say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it never ends well for us.
Point guard.
Yeah,
Oh, that's you now.
That's me.
That's Dan.
Okay, I'm on it.
Imran, 6-1 mind awareness check.
Oh my god.
So you need to roll 1-6,
Got it. Got 2.
Oh.
which makes
You
a
want
lot of
one?
sense.
I got 2.
You detect a faint tingle of magic
Ooh, my magic sense is tingling.
just
Can I
before you
use-
step into a chamber. But you can choose to remain outside this chamber if you wish.
Can I use Witch Sight to determine what type of magic it is?
Sure.
Why not?
That wasn't a confident sure.
I think he doesn't know. That's the problem.
I can make it up though.
That's true.
It says at the
Oh,
DM's
right.
discretion, you can use this ability to track and follow the winds of magic. Though the realms are so pervasive with magical energy, this can prove quite difficult.
Right, I forgot it's not a test that you
Yeah,
make.
it's a
So
challenge.
you sense this faint tingle of magic, and you can kind of like change how you focus your sight, and you can see the winds of magic, and you see quite a bit of shadow magic here. Ulugu, it's called.
The scent of Ulugu is upon us.
Do you continue?
It is best we all be on our guard. Yeah.
Okay, so you continue, and Imran disappears from sight.
French toast.
Nobody can see you.
Imran, are you still here?
Hey.
Can I hear them?
You don't see anybody.
All right.
But does she hear us? That was the question.
No, you don't
Can
hear
I
anything.
turn around and go back?
Can she figure
Nope.
guns and moonwalk away?
2 degrees of success.
That's better than Lucky's gotten in like a year.
No, so you walk into it was kind of like the tunnel narrowed to kind of like a doorway with no door, and that's where you're like, I feel some magic here, and you were like, let's proceed with caution. You stepped in, and you guys just see her step through and disappear into the darkness. She had the light with her too, so now the only light that the rest of you have is from Blinky, where Imran is standing. Seems like you just stepped through this natural doorway into a slightly larger area. It's like the tunnel just narrowed a little bit, and then it comes back to another doorway and then continues on beyond. It's a light in here to you, but if you turn around, you can't see them. You don't hear anything. It's like you're on your own all of a sudden.
All goose trickery knows no bounds, and I'll try to step through too.
Okay. You step in, and there's Imri, and you can see light. But if you turn behind you, nobody's there. And to everybody else, Zahn steps through and disappears. You don't see him.
Well, those two just went through, so I guess
Turn and go home. Oh, what happens to the rope that's in between me and
I was
our
going to say
guide?
Presarium kind of has to follow you. The rope just looks like it just like stops, but it's still like taut.
Okay.
But then he's like, and he just goes through, and then he's in there with the other two.
Well, I'm gonna follow suit because at this point it's me and the tree. So I'm gonna just I'll draw my sword with my essentially like kind of like shield with my sword ready, and I'll just literally run right through it. Just
Okay.
charge right through.
You crash right into Zahn on the other side.
Ha!
So now the tree is alone with no light.
The cheese stands alone.
Can I go towards the noise of the
You don't hear anything.
shit. Oh, sorry about that. I know we're trying not to. Okay. Shoot.
Shoot.
Shuckleberries.
Can I?
Bric-a-brac.
I don't know what to do
Just
at this
walk.
point. Can I just aimlessly go forward?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, you walk through, and then everybody's standing there before you.
Okay.
All of a sudden.
Cool.
I would like to untie the rope from
Whoa.
our buddy here.
Whoa, whoa,
Okay.
whoa, 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 whoa.
And I would like to tie his end around. What's like around here? Is there like a rock or just something I could?
It's a natural chamber, so every once in a while there could be like a stalagmite kind of thing sticking out that you could potentially tie it to. Sure.
Yeah, I would like to tie one end to that and then just throw the rope at where I assume people were entering from, just so we can kind of mark that as exit. Does it just like kind of go through and remain?
So same as before, if you throw it through, it's just like you see the rope on the ground and then it just like doesn't look like it continues through the doorway into the hall.
Okay, cool.
That's my rope. Just throw my rope.
Well, now we can, figure out how to leave or whatever.
I grew up with that rope.
I mean, we could leave a permanent bridge here, but we don't have access to one.
How would we use the bridge here?
What? Yeah.
So
Right.
I don't
So
know.
use bridge.
Listen, we don't have it. I guess we'll never know. So
We'll never know.
what else is around here?
It's just like a wider area of the tunnel. Like I said, it comes back to kind of like a doorway again on the other side of this kind of chamber.
All right. So let's.
Forge ahead.
Yeah.
Forging on.
Forging
Point
on.
guard, you going to continue?
Sure.
All right. So as Imran walks to the side of this chamber, she walks through that doorway. She disappears.
We follow through.
Yeah.
All right. And you continue through and she's on the other side.
Yeah.
And it's you kind of figure it was like, it's almost like a one-way mirror at those doorways. It's just kind of messes you up for a second. No real danger, it seems.
So now does it seem as if we're on the original path that we were on before we got to that doorway?
Oh, let's see. Imran or Presarium's going to make his navigation check here. And not roll well.
Yo, homie better start doing a better job.
Yeah, he's lost the way again. This whole thing with it disappearing and whatnot had really confused him.
I'm gonna walk up to him and just diplomatically,
Oh no.
Threaten his life.
just be like, "Look, you had two jobs here: navigating and not getting us lost. And so far, you have done neither of those two jobs."
He's like, I know. I tried to explain to you before that things change all the time. I'm trying the best I can.
listen,
I don't want to be lost
listen.
down here either.
I understand it. I'm with you.
Lucky that
We're-
last thing was just
I'm
kind
trying to
of.
be diplomatic about this. But if you continue to get us lost, I'm gonna tie you back to him.
I mean, okay, if somebody else wants to lead, that's fine. I'm doing my best here.
You know what? I'll lead.
No.
This what I found here though was really weird. So here the passageway is filled with rubble and collapsed pieces of the walls, but there's enough room for you to move through it. As you pass by the ruins, settle a little bit and kick up some dust. But luckily you can squeeze your way through.
Sure.
Can I squeeze through though?
Barely.
We can always shave parts of you off or whatever.
Right. Just
Break
take
off a
some
branch here
parts
and there.
To be new arrows.
Yeah.
You know.
All right, he's going to try to continue on here.
You can do this, Presarium. Think of blinking.
He's not.
Blinky does help by focusing that die. It's weird not having a GM screen up. I don't
I'm
like
trying
it. You
not
can
to look
see my
over,
dice. I
sorry.
don't like it. He does succeed this time. So we're going to go to another page here. So he finds something. He thinks he's making progress at this point.
That's all we can hope for.
There's no page numbers on those pages. All right. Give me just a second. Bear with me.
Transition.
Sigmar, better than a candy bar. He's never that far because he's a guitar.
What? All right.
Off the top of your head, that's
Yeah.
Yeah. Spitting those.
So you
fresh
find
rhymes.
a door in the tunnel.
A door?
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is the first one of these we've seen. Let's go through it.
The second door you've seen.
Oh,
You kicked in the other one.
well, yeah.
Do you want to kick in this one too?
No. I mean, unless I smell some zinch on the other side.
Can you
You
smell
don't.
zinch?
Zinch on the other side.
Can I smell some zinch?
Foul.
It's coming from inside the house.
Oh,
Zinch
jeez.
just coming from inside the house.
Bless you.
What is a closed door?
Can we?
Oh, is it?
Is it locked?
It is.
Oh my god!
I'm gonna
Okay.
smash it open. No, no.
That's fine.
I'm gonna use the boar key.
No, why would you do? Just smash it open.
Well,
Can we
okay.
try-
Can we try to? Before we use the item, can
Right,
we
yeah.
try to stealth it open somehow? And I say stealth. break it open?
You can try, sure. You can make a body might check here.
Okay.
Guys,
I'm gonna
this is all you.
Wait, are we breaking it open or are we pickpocketing it?
I was.
Just smash it.
I
All right,
smash
fine.
the door.
Give it a
Okay, 1, 2, 3,
smash.
4, 5. I'll smash the door
That's
open.
a lot of
Smash that
dice.
door.
If you can't, I'll try.
Smash.
What's your
with 5
might
dice.
and body?
My might is 1 and my body is 3.
Yeah, I'm a little better.
Okay. Try it.
So I'll just.
How does assisting work? Can she assist him?
I think, well, let's see what
Can I,
we have it
push
in
back?
combat. I know you can aid. So I'm going to assume that we can use it the same kind of way out of combat where help. You can add 1d6 to the dice pool for the next test they make, plus an additional d6 per level of training you have in the skill used for the test.
Oh,
So I can.
So you can help and you give them 2 additional dice
All right, I help.
because you have training in the skill I chose, which was might, right?
Yes.
Cool.
sweet.
So I get 2 extra dice.
Yeah.
What's my number?
I want to see what you roll.
Okay. Would you
Yeah,
like
he
me to
needs a
read?
target number.
Yeah, I need a
to be
target
able to
number here,
give you-
kid.
Yeah.
Let me hear what numbers you got.
Okay, so I've got a 4, a 4, a 6, a 3, a 2, a 4, a 5.
That sounds like enough to me.
Thanks.
That was a lot of 5s and 6s. So yeah, between the 2 of you, you smash this door open.
Smash.
I mean, it's just a shield bash right into
Yeah,
it.
you shield bash while Dark just like reaches over you and is like pushing on the door at the same time, and you're just like and you smash your way through, and you see a room with a series of tools and supplies, some which resemble strange artifacts that you saw on Ashira Katri's desk.
Oh.
A handful of parts and junked machinery also sits in bins near a wall.
Presarium, could you identify the usefulness of any of these tools?
Did his eyes just light up? Because like this is the stuff that he looks for.
Yeah.
Right?
He's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna take some of this back to the surface, and he starts like he's got a backpack on with just random. He just starts putting random things in there because he said he's a treasure hunter. This is the kind of stuff he used to look for all the time.
That's cool.
So he's excited.
Cool.
We're obviously grabbing a bunch of it too.
Yeah.
He's here as a guide, not as a treasure hunter.
You all notice on one of the tables is a complete device. Everything else is clearly not in workable condition, but you do see one device that's roughly the size of an apple with a button.
Leave it here.
That's what I just rolled for. I was like D3, 1, 2 is
Roll it again.
a bridge, 3, 4 is the apple thing, 5, 6 would be another bore key,
Spend a
and it
metal.
was the slow mine.
Spend a medal to roll it again.
So if you want, one of you can carry the slow
carry
mine.
it.
Yeah.
So you have a slow mine and a bore key.
Sweet.
I love that so much.
I rolled it and I was like, perfect. I was hoping that's what it was. Yeah, you check out this room. There, after Presarium fills his bag as much as he feels is prevalent in this, he doesn't want to weigh it down too much. I'm gonna make another test for him unless you want to do something else.
I want to fill my bag too.
You can if you want to write down some like
Some stuff.
some stuff. You could
Thing.
just put strange artifact parts or something like that.
Okay.
Actually, anybody can make a 3-3 mind craft test.
Nope.
No, I only got mine to 2.
I got mine 1 and no craft.
I don't know if anybody
Look
can
at
do
that
this.
soul.
You don't
Yeah,
have
mine's-
Mal. I
I've
think
got
Malgra
some
is good at this stuff.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm
No crafting,
literally
but-
Superman.
Yeah,
so,
that's true.
1.
You need 3 3-ups.
I got
I'm
2.
built for
Okay.
combat, and we have
Remember, no.
barely
All right,
touched
so you guys,
combat.
you didn't. You're not sure stuff. You sure you could sell it for some aquagrarianness, but you're not sure how valuable these things could be.
Sure.
Well, that's more like it. From our navigator. So he heads you down the tunnel one more time, and you come to. Oh, so how to describe this? Give me just a second here. You reach a huge chamber with a vaulted ceiling that stretches into the darkness above you. The entire room has a faint green glow, and every surface is engraved with strange arcane runes. In the distance, you can see another vast door. In front of it is a group of Xangor, with one lying prone and a Xangor shaman crouching over it with a gleaming dagger. The shaman stabs its victim, and blue-white energy arcs from the blade across the chamber, up into the darkness above, and then back down into the Soulbound. Each of the binding glows with radiant blue and white energy that flickers between all of you.
Okay.
And we're going to go into combat here. We have some Xangor. So these are Tzeentch-themed beastmen.
Okay.
Some of my favorite things. They look super cool. They've got like bird-like faces. They have horns.
Birds?
Kind of like, so beastmen, if you're not aware, they're kind of like satyrs, but usually larger than a typical person. Xangors have blue skin and they have like feathers coming off the back of their head with like curling horns like a goat, but they have like avian faces and they have like talons for feet and they have got claws for their hands. And there is a shaman among them. You guys all would recognize as a magic user of Xangor.
Right.
We don't. So they don't see us, right?
Oh, they definitely saw you because he was
Oh, okay.
actually, Imran, you can make a mind channeling check to see what exactly just happened. And you can inform people as we jump into this.
I got 2 6s, a 4, a 3, 2 1s.
Okay, so you realize that it was doing some kind of ritual to open this door, but because you are soulbound, somehow the energy went to you guys instead.
Oh.
And because you have witch sight, you can see lines of energy bouncing from you and your allies to the door, tracing its way through the arcane patterns.
Interesting. Okay.
So there's a shaman and 4 Xangor.
Okay.
This is one big room, so it's all in the same zone.
And we are in this room or we are outside of this room?
You walked into the room and you saw this happen, so you're in the same zone with them right now.
Okay.
So I just got to find my stats here. Oh, there's Xangor and Sarm. They're on different pages. So let's see. Initiative. You guys, luckily they specify if there's a tie in initiative, it goes to the players first. If players have the same initiative, they can choose the order they go in, which I kind of forgot about that. I just haven't been having you go in the order you're seated around the table because that's easier. And the shaman, he's initiative 7.
Okay, bring it on.
Seems made up. I don't think
I'm
numbers go that high.
unbind whatever he casts.
So, yeah, he is going to start with a spell
Okay.
because that's what shamans do, right? So let's see. He knows. Oh, he's got to cool his own spell here. So let's see. His mind is a bunch of dice, and his channeling is a bunch of dice.
Right,
I wish I had a. I don't want you to see my dice rolls
Okay,
anymore.
I'm not looking.
No, it's Tim. He keeps looking.
Oh.
I literally don't know how numbers work. So like, I'm just looking at the pretty
What do you
rocks.
think he is? Supernumerated?
Yeah, right.
I can't even read right.
Let me double check how this works. Medium range. Awesome.
Can you read
He
what?
is going to cast this on. I'll roll a d6 here. 1 will be Imran, 2, Darik, 3, Vel, 4, Zan, 5, Tala, 6, Prismarium, whatever his name was. 3, Vel. Might actually be able to hurt you with magic. That's a lot of dice.
Wow. Okay. Well,
All right. So first up, you suffer 1 damage, which you
yeah,
ignore.
Can I try to unbind it?
Oh, sorry. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So it's.
Do you need to use metal to do that, or?
Yes.
Okay.
So, I can spend a metal to attempt to unbind it, make a mind
Vale's
channeling
gonna
test
use metal to
versus the
unbind the
casting
shaman.
difficulty of the spell.
I'm Val.
5-3.
You have
Okay.
metal. You're going to use it to unbind
Not
the shaman,
easy.
like
I got it.
sword.
Oh,
cut him out.
No. I only got 2.
I see where you're going.
Ooh, so you try to unbind it, but it doesn't work. This shaman's pretty powerful. So Vel takes 1 damage plus 1 for additional successes. 1, so that's 2 damage. You don't care. Oh, it's not as good as I thought. It does increase the doom, which is something secret I've been keeping track of.
I just read what Doom is. So
Unfortunately, that didn't work. That stinks. I wanted to hurt you. So it is Imran's turn.
All right. I am going to cast Arcane Bolt at the shaman.
Okie doke. I can also unbind.
Okay.
I have 1 metal. He's going to try to unbind your spell back. So we got a sorcerer's duel here.
Okay.
So it's just, you just said it's a channeling check?
Versus the casting difficulty. Yeah.
My gosh, you get so many dice for this. What are you casting? Arcane Bolt?
Yes.
Okay, and what is that?
4-1.
No, that's no problem. Yeah, I got 4 successes.
I also got 4 successes.
Oh shit.
Tie goes to.
How does that work?
It doesn't say.
Let's see. You can spend a metal to attempt to make a versus the casting difficulty of the spell. If you succeed, the spell is unbound and has no effect. So he succeeded, so he unbinds your spell.
We tied. What are you talking about? He succeeded.
I succeeded at the difficulty.
So did I.
Tie goes to the defender, I guess.
That's dumb and
I just read it. That's how it works. I succeeded at the test, so I unbind your spell.
Zed Turtle.
Sorry.
Said Turtle, tell me I'm right.
You want to? You don't really need to move because you're all in the same zone. So it is Darek or Vel's turn. I guess it's up to you guys technically.
I'm gonna go first.
Go ahead.
Makes more sense. So I will. So how many Xangors are there?
Said Turtle said sorry.
There are, what did I say, 4?
Sure.
4 Xangor and yes, 4 Xangor and the shaman.
Is there any of them that look gnarlier than the others?
They all look weird and different. None of them stand out.
Okay, that's what I was curious about. So I am going to.
Oh, I forgot to say the shaman is floating on top of a disc of Zinch.
That's what I was wondering.
At his turn, he jumped on a disc and he floated up in the air and then tried to cast this spell that didn't hurt Vel.
I'm going to take my action. I'm going. What's the range? Like, how far is it away from me?
Are you going after the shaman?
Yeah.
You can move to get in range of it. He didn't fly like way up.
Well, so I can issue it a challenge?
Sure.
Okay. So I'm going to do heroic challenge. I'm going to tell it to Zinch scum face me in the eyes of Sigmar.
All right. So it is challenged, right?
And then
you don't have to roll anything for that?
No, it just happens. So remember that you are a -1 when you're attacking anybody who isn't me for melee and accuracy. And I am increased by 1.
Not magic,
and then
though.
I'm going to spend a metal to get in range.
You can just move to get in range.
Because we're in the same zone. So when you're in the same zone, you have to spend a move action to get to close.
Oh.
But like if you were like,
well, that's why I was
away,
asking what my range was.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So like this is a big room, but it's technically one zone. So you only need to use your move to get in range. And then you still have, you could use a metal to do another action if you wish.
So now I'm going to punch it in the face.
Perfect.
And by that, I mean stab it in the face.
Yes.
Also, Zed Turtle said, sorry, Danny.
I know.
I think.
Yep. That's okay.
Thanks, Ed.
So
thanks for watching this whole time.
Yeah.
Five attacks.
My defense is good.
So your defense is good.
Kind of like a
However,
mini boss.
because I've issued you a
Where's
challenge,
the boss?
I get to increase my melee by 1. So I am great.
Oh, so you still hit on 3s.
I still hit on 3s.
That's really good. You're gonna need it.
So I'm going to push this because of my focus. So I have 4 successes, which I do a total of 5 damage.
All right.
Can I spend another? So it doesn't say how many metals I get to use. You just get to use as many as you have.
I'm not positive. I think you can use 1 in a turn, but
you
I
just
don't
get 1 back at the start of your next turn.
Yeah,
right?
maybe you can use more than 1.
I'll say wait.
Well, I don't see it on the combat reference here.
It's on a rule sheet.
It's on the rules reference?
Yeah, it's metal.
Oh, there we go.
It doesn't say anything about the number that I can use in a turn, just that I get 1 back.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't say you can only spend 1.
Right.
Yeah, if you have more than 1 metal, I'll say you can use.
I do. I have 2.
If
So
you want to use 2, sure.
And I'm going to swing at him again.
All right.
Sweet.
Oh, not so great.
If somebody knows, has a reference for that not being the case, I'm going to say it doesn't say you can spend 1 per turn.
I need 3s, right? We figured out?
Yes.
Okay. Well, there's not. I don't think there's anything I can do about this. So 3, so I do another 4 damage.
4 damage. All right. So you hurt it a bit. Not a ton, but he's hurt. Here, I'll show everybody a picture of the shaman on his disc.
Oh, look at
He's pretty cool. So you see he's got a little bit of armor.
Don't put this.
Yeah, I just realized it's making a nasty sound. Whoops. Kind of wish you're using I have Xangor models and a Shaman model and
I have a Xangor model even.
From Underworlds?
No, from Age of Sigmar.
Yeah.
I have demons.
Oh, right. All right, that was a really good round by Vel. So we're on to Derek at the same
Darok.
initiative.
I mean, you could just call me Derek, I guess.
Darok.
All right, so
Darok.
how
Tree person.
true person? How far off the ground am I, or is the shaman? I'm not off the ground.
He's floating. He didn't go up super high. He's floating a bit off the ground. Like I said, you can just move to get in close range of him. You could shoot him or hit him with your sword.
I was gonna try to hit him with my sword because that seems to be the better attack.
It does hit harder. So you can just use your move to get in close range and then attack him. He doesn't like this at all.
I didn't think so. Okay. What do I need to get?
He has good armor. And what is your melee? I think that was good.
Average.
Melee? Or you're stabbing or shooting him?
Shooting is better. It's good. Melee is average.
Okay.
So I figured maybe I should. Well, I'm already up there. I'll just hit him.
Yeah.
All right. Oh no!
That big whiff.
Big whiff.
I see lots of twos.
2 2s 1 1 3.
Doesn't
2
sound
2
good.
1 1.
You needed
boop boop.
4s at least, right?
Yeah,
I think we said.
Come close.
All right. Do you want to spend metal to do another action, or are you done?
All right, I'll spend my metal and then just try again.
Sure.
Okay. Much better. All right. 5 4 4 6.
Sounds like 4 successes.
Yep.
So then you add 2 to that, right?
Yep.
So you do 6 damage.
Nice.
Woof. All right.
Glad I
He
spent
soaks
that
a little
metal.
bit of that because he is wearing some armor. He's not down yet. That's not what I wanted to write.
So he's still floating on his platform.
Yes.
Okay.
And it is now the Xangor's turn. We got 4 Xangors. They don't like that you guys are attacking their leader, so they're just going to attack the ones that are close. 2 are going to go after Vel. 2 are going to go after Darek. Maybe I can get through Vel's armor. I don't know. I don't know how I'm supposed to hurt you. 3 armor. All right. So the first, let's see. I've got a couple different weapons here. I'm going to... Ooh, sweet. They have a cool rule called Anarchy and Mayhem. When 2 or more Xangors occupy the same zone, their melee attacks deal +1 damage. Maybe it will hurt you. So this one here has a Savage Greatblade, which is just a 2-handed longsword here. And he's going to swing at Vel. He is good at melee.
Does Bulwark come into effect? Or not till next turn?
You started in the same... It was if you're in the same zone. Or no, if you're surrounded, right? So yeah, that'll be next turn because
if 2 or more enemies are within close range.
It was at the start of your turn, right?
Yes.
Oh yeah, so it'll be next round because you
At the
moved
start of
into
my
range.
turn.
Yeah, because you'll be pretty surrounded here. So I have good melee. Your defense is good.
My defense is good.
So I need 4s. I got 3 successes.
Oh, wait, who is this?
This is a Xangor swinging at you.
Okay.
And let's see. This is a great blade, so that's 6 damage.
Ooh.
So I do actually hurt you.
So I'm going to soak 3 and I'm going to take 3.
The next one only has a regular Savage Blade, not a 2-handed one. He's going to swing at you as well and roll better. He's going to get 4, same 6 damage. I got 1 better, but it's only +1 damage.
That's not great. Okay.
The next one here is going to shoot a bow at Darek.
Okay.
And we're going to get only 2 successes, so that's going to be 4 damage.
Okay. So
Don't forget to subtract your armor.
Yep.
Said, remember the +1.
Yep, I have been. Thank you, Zed. And then the last one is going to move up to you and swing with its Savage Blade.
Okay.
There's only 1 Great Blade.
Ooh.
And we're going to get 2 successes, so that is 4 damage
Oh man. Okay.
total. So pretty good. So we can see these guys aren't as piddly as the last things.
No, I'm already halfway down.
Whoa, halfway there.
Yeah.
Living on a prayer.
Mm-hmm.
And that brings us to good old Zahn.
So, I would like to use a soul fire.
Okay.
If possible. It has to
forgot
be
about
a
those.
group decision. But effectively our party as a whole has a resource of 1 soul fire per soulbound in our party, so we have 4. But by using one, I can make a roll and get maximum successes. So if I'm going to do that big AoE, it would just automatically do 5 damage. It's going to cut through all of their armor.
Nice.
You can also use them to re-roll as many dice as you'd want, recover all of your toughness, regain all metal, or cheat death. But it does seem like they're pretty difficult to get back. But if everyone's cool with me using one, I'll blast them with some super holy fire.
Just start blasting.
Right, and if not everybody agrees, then you can still spend it, but the doom increases by 1.
Oh, okay. All right, cool.
I'm fine with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Sweet. So max successes
I
on your
don't
soul
even
fire.
roll- yeah.
Whew.
So
So what does
it's
that do
5 damage to all of them,
to everybody?
to everybody.
Cool.
Everybody.
And I'll yell some more red stuff or whatever about how Sigmar will smite you from these lands.
So you said 5 damage.
Mm-hmm.
So the-
back. All right.
So you have wounded the shaman.
Sweet.
This guy's bad enough that he has wounds, not just toughness.
Whoa.
So he went. Let's
What was
see.
his toughness at?
He had 1 left.
Oh, so
You did 5 damage, but he has armor 2. So he's going to
It
go
ignores
down to
armor.
-2. Oh, okay. Forgot about that. So he goes to -4. So he's seriously wounded.
cool.
So seriously wounded is
2 spaces.
2 spaces. He's got 2 left. He's almost dead. You guys are making quick work of him. That was really good. That hurt. That was a good use of that soul fire. Totally forgot about that. My apologies. Good thing you guys are looking at those sheets I printed off for you.
Sigmar gets it done.
Mythin just said team wipe.
Um,
TPK.
I would then like to use my other metal to cast Healing Spirit
Cool.
on our group here. And
Does that heal everybody?
the power of your god washes over you and your allies and heals your injuries. Make a DN 5/1 soul devotion test. You and your allies in your zone. Yep.
Sweet.
Recover 1 toughness per success.
Oh, very good.
I don't have any more metal. Otherwise, I could spend 1 to have it heal successes plus my soul.
Oh, wow.
Dang.
Still, a heal is really good for Darek.
Yeah.
Please. Thank you.
Please.
And that's a great roll. So that would be 3 healing of toughness to everybody.
Yeah.
So wait, actually, I needed that because I was
No, you were actually hurt. You're
Yeah,
back to
actually,
full.
I needed that because I was actually
Yeah.
close.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. That was a really, really good turn by Zahn. We're back to the top, so everybody gets 1 medal back if you spent any.
I spent 2.
Yep.
So I get 1 back. From the top.
This combat system's pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
the shaman's
actually
turn.
really dig it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like that you
I'm
can
like,
just
okay.
unbind his spells so easily.
I mean, it didn't though.
See,
Oh,
you're,
but you can.
you're so used to Grim Podcast of Perilous Adventures where everything is against the group.
Against
Right.
Lucky specifically.
Yeah, well, that's true. That we're not used to actually being successful at doing things.
Right.
Like,
It's like weird, like, oh, I cast a spell and it worked?
yeah.
What?
Yeah. And the horrors of the universe didn't unravel and poke me in the brain while I did it. It's even better.
All right. So what we're going to do here is you see the shaman take out like a bottle from his belt and he drinks it really quick.
No.
And he's going to cast Arcane Bolt.
Is
Yes.
drinking an action?
No.
Okay.
Well, as a free action, he can drink it and allows him to cast a spell without spending an action.
Gotcha.
So I can get some extra stuff here. So I'm going to cast Arcane Bolt onto one of you. Who am I going to cast it at? I think he's going to cast it right at the other caster. That just makes sense to me.
Oh, gross.
Oh, shoot, I forgot about that.
It's useless now.
Duh.
It'll never be whole in the eyes of Sigmar.
Only problem here is we're out of time. It's 4:00.
That's fine. Finish the combat.
I would love to do that, but I have a babysitter who's done it at 4.
That's fine. She'll understand. There's
Man.
a Xangor shaman right there.
Right?
Maybe there's another person here who could just...
I also have to go do something.
No!
Yo, I've been trying to sell this co-sleeper for months.
Fair.
I'm supposed to meet somebody at 4:15
Ooh, yeah, you gotta go.
at Walmart. So
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
So totally my bad I shouldn't have started that combat before we finished. I totally forgot. Babysitter has timetable, and I didn't realize you were meeting somebody to sell that at that time. I must have just forgotten. So I've got all the notes here. I hate to drop it in the middle of a combat, but not much more of a cliffhanger than that.
Yeah.
It's kind of boss fight here.
Yeah, he drinks something, he starts casting a spell, and
So I'm going to write down some more notes about this
join
fight.
us next time.
Once we figure out when that's going to be. But let us know what you think of this. What do you think of the system? What do you think of our stream setup here? We'd love to hear some feedback,
Yes.
comment.
Yeah.
We'll leave the chat open for a minute here with people that can stay for a moment and chat. But we want to hear people's thoughts. We want to hear people think. So far, I'm really liking this.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
I like this system. I like how it's pretty simple and quick to pick up, but I feel like there's depth to it.
It brings a great balance, I think, to WFRP too, because you have a more grimdarky and a high fantasy. So you can play both within the same kind of, overall whatever. So I super dig that a lot.
And I love the D6 system.
Yeah.
That's
So
one thing
easy.
from a lot of role-playing games that dissuades me and a lot of other people is I need how many dice for what? And it's you just roll D6s.
Yeah.
Easy.
And even though we're playing pre-generated characters that come in the starter set and all that stuff, what I like about it is I know a lot of people like systems that you can get under the hood and play around with it. I'm a novice player. I don't play RPG games. So when we're playing other editions of stuff, I struggle with it. These rules are so streamlined that they we all walked in here completely cold on how this stuff works, and we all figured it out in a few hours.
Yeah.
So
It's not too bad.
I like that a lot.
And I would highly suggest if anyone was thinking about checking this game out, the fact that the starter set comes with these fully fledged characters that have quotes on there, that have backgrounds, that have secrets, that have everything built in. So
it's
you
pretty fun.
immediately have not just a character sheet mechanically ready to go, but you have fully developed characters that you can lean into, which is just so cool.
Cubicle 7 does such a good job with these, because the same thing for the WFRP starter set, where you have these fold out folios of these starter characters that has that same kind of stuff, secrets and whatnot. And it even says you can choose one or all of them, or you could even roll for which ones you want to use. Super cool, super well done. Their production values are top notch.
Yeah, they really are.
So great. So yeah, I'm really liking this game and this system, and I can't wait to continue this.
Yeah, same.
Cool.
I'm interested in trying to make a character now.
Yeah, I definitely want to get the core book. They're not out physically yet. If you pre-order them from Cubicle 7 directly, you get access to the PDF right away.
Okay,
Because the PDF came out a few months ago.
I love when companies do that, when you can, because I really like digital copies and stuff, but I also want to be able to have the physical one for quick reference and stuff. So the fact that you get the PDF when you pre-order is super rad.
Yeah, and you get the PDF then. If you pre-order it right now, you get access to the PDF immediately.
You don't have to wait for shipping or anything. You can dive into it as soon as you. I do
right.
that a lot.
And with COVID stuff, all their printing stuff got pushed back months and months, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really digging this game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and if you like that, check out all the other stuff on the Professional Casual Network too. Because if you liked this, we have a Grim Podcast, A Perilous Adventure, which is a WFRP tabletop of Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay, and we have a Pathfinder 2 one coming too.
Lost Omens podcast very soon.
Join us.
Otherwise, I think the Coles here got a split, and the rest of you, of course, are welcome to stay and hang out with. If you want to talk more about the game or whatever, go for it. I have to let the babysitter go though.
Okay.
Real world gets in the way of
Talk about dinner
fantasy.
later.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank everybody for stopping in.
Thank you, Zed
Thank you, guys.
Turtle,
Thank-
for all
yes,
of
thank
your
you.
Yeah, Zed
help.
Turtle, you
Real.
rock, man. And thank you to all our new subscribers. Thank you guys
Yes.
so much.
Subscribers and followers.
Yay. Much
Love you.
appreciated.
You're all beautiful people.
Bye, love you.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
Okay.